Okay, so in this lesson, what we're going to do is we've got everything skinned and we're ready to go with our Patrick character here. But now we haven't messed with our hair. And if I turn the hair on here, you can see it's the eyebrows, it's the hair, and it is the eyelashes. So what we want to do is we want to, this since this is a separate model, we want to attach it and bind it. And we're going to share the skin weights of the Patrick that we've already done. So it'll save us a ton of time. We won't have to worry about doing nearly as much with this. So for this, what we're going to do is we want to select all the joints we're going to use. For this, we need our upper eyelids, and then we need all 6 of our eyebrow joints. Okay. And whenever I'm selecting joints, I like selecting the children before I select the parent, because once I select the parent, then it's going to highlight everything and it kind of makes it hard to tell what you've selected. So right now we have these, what is that, 6, 7, 8 joints, and we're going to add the head joint. Okay, and we don't need anything else to influence this. And then last, we're going to select the hair. And then we're going to go up to our skin. And we're going to use our bind skin again, but this time we're going to change our option settings really quick. So now instead of using, before we were using just a joint hierarchy, now we're saying we only want to use the selected joints that we have. So we're going to change that. And with that selected, we're just going to click apply and close. And now it is bound to this, but you can see it's really bad. So what we're going to do is we want the skin weights that we've meticulously worked so hard on, and we want to transfer them. So you're going to select the mesh that you want to copy from, and shift select the mesh that you want to copy to or onto in that order. Then you're going to come up here to skin, and you're going to copy the skin weights. There are some options in here. We just want the default, which is closest point on surface and closest joint. Raycast, if you're transferring something that's a lot closer to your model, raycast is really nice, closest component. And then if you're like, hey, this is the same model but higher res version, you can even use the UV space if they're pretty close to transfer that. So you're welcome to play around with these settings, but for this is mainly going to be good enough for what we want. So we're just going to click copy. And now we're going to see there's going to be some influence here because it's just selecting to the closest joint, but it's going to be pretty close. So we can see it's following along pretty well with how we like it. And we can see we've got some issues here with this. So it's just a tiny bit of cleanup where we can just select the verts in that one strand of hair. Oh, I think I have my symmetry on. We'll turn that off. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to open up our component editor, which again is under Windows, General Editors, Component Editor, and we are just we want this all on the head. So we're going to select the head, Control select the hold to be unselected, and type 0, enter. Or whoops, I mean 1, enter. Let me undo that. Let's do that again. Head, okay, 1, enter. There we go. That's what we want. And now we can see that gets rid of all that influence that was on there. So that's pretty close there. The only other thing is that the eyelashes aren't 100%. They're close, but there is some cleanup that we're going to have to do. So we will do that and just clean it up same way we would with the other stuff by just painting the weight on this and getting that transferred. So I have actually already done that and saved it, and I am just going to open up that file to this. All right. And now we have this deforming really pretty well on both sides. And then again, we can just copy over those skin weights so we get that side for free. And now we're ready to move on. We've got our Patrick character, we've got our eyebrows on, we have all of our weights and all of our joints. And now we want to go ahead and test out our skin weights. We can even do some extra painting to double check how he is deforming. So let's go on to the next lesson.